Now we are going to see the uses of should. When I say should, that's the past form of shall. So we are going to see the uses of should. Uses of should. Okay, we're going to look at the uses of should. Now, what is this should? Should is the past form of shall. Okay, so wherever you are using should, it will be as though you are using shall. Just remember that. So, let us say should. Should is the past form of shall. Past form of shall. That's all we need to remember. Okay? It is the past form of shall. Now, we use should, we use the word should to express duty or obligation. So where do we use in the sentence should? Should is used sometimes to express duty or obligation. Remember, should is the past form of shall. Good. So the first one, to express duty, to express duty or obligation. To express duty or obligation. Okay, so to express duty or obligation in all persons, in all persons. That's what we need to remember, okay? To express duty or obligation in all persons, as just look at the sentences I have. We should. Normally, right? So, we'll say we should help the poor. So, how will we express this? We should. We should help the poor. Help the poor. Should is used, the past form of shall. We shall help the poor. But the should is used here to express duty, obligation, our obligation to the poor. We should help the poor. Another one. We should keep our promises. It's very important. We should keep our promise. We should. What should we do? We should keep our promises. We should keep our promises. Whatever we promise, we should keep our promises. Next, he should not quarrel with his brother. He should not. He should not He should not quarrel, not quarrel with his brother, with his brother. All right. Now, we are talking about the usage of should. Where do should is used, the past form of shall. So, to express duty, to express obligation, our obligation to the poor, our duty to keep our promise. Okay? And here, his duty not to fight with his brother. So, we should help the poor. We should keep our promises. He should not quarrel with his brother. Now, there's something very important to note. Duty in the past, your duty, whatever duty, in the past is expressed by should have. When you're talking about the past duty, you must write it as should have. Okay? And that's what we're going to look at in the next few sentences. Let's keep this note in mind. Let's note this. Okay? Duty. Okay? Duty in the past duty in the past is expressed duty in the past is expressed by should have. By should have. Should have. Now let's look at few sentences with should have. You should have paid. You should have. You should have. You should have paid the money long ago. You should have paid the money long ago. You should have paid the money long ago. So, what we have to note here, duty in the past is expressed by should have. You have to remember that. Duty in the past is expressed by should have. Now let's look at the sentence. You should have paid the money long ago. The next sentence I have, you should have attended the meeting. You should have. You should have attended. Should have attended the meeting. You should have attended the meeting. Okay. Then we have done first, should is used, is the past form of shall to express duty. That's the first one. When is this should used? To express duty or obligation. To whom? in all persons. Okay, that's the first one. And what we need to remember, sometimes duty in the past is expressed, we have to, should have. Now, in the second, what you have to remember is, should is used when giving or seeking advice. Okay, to express duty. Second, when giving. When giving or seeking. Giving or seeking advice. That you must remember. When giving or seeking advice. Now look at the couple of sentences we have here for you. You shouldn't make fun of the disabled. You shouldn't. That means you should not make fun of the disabled. You shouldn't. You shouldn't make fun of the disabled. Make fun of the disabled. Next you have, how much should I pay for her work? How much should, the next sentence is, how much? How much? How much should? How much should I pay? I pay her. How much should I pay her for her work? For her work? We have few more to go. Let's look at the uses of should. Actually, there are four. Two more we need to do. What is should? It is the past form of shall. Very simple. Now, should is used to express duty or obligation in all persons. Let's look at the sentence. We should help the poor. It's a duty. We should we should keep our promises. If you make a promise, it's a duty to keep a promise. Next, obligation. He should not quarrel with his brother. He's supposed to take care of his brother. His obligation to look after the brother. We have to note something here. It says, duty in the past is expressed by should have. So look at the two sentences here. You should have paid the money long ago. You should have attended the meeting. Then in the second category, when should is used when giving or seeking advice. You shouldn't make fun of the disabled. How much should I pay her for her work? Now we have two more. The use of should, we have two more. Let us see the uses of would now. Uses of would. uses of wood. That's what we are going to look at now. Uses of wood. Now, wood is the past tense will. We need to remember that. What do we remember? Wood. Would is the past tense. The past. The past tense of will. Past tense of will. Will, would. And that's what we're going to look at now. Let's look at this. We have 7 types of usage of would. The first is to express a wish. I would like to see that book. So the first category is expressing a wish. So let's look at number 1, to express a wish. Okay? As what? Look at the sentence. I would like to see that book. I would like to see would. I would like to see that book. Like to see that book. Next, would you like to come to me? Would you like to come to the movie with me? Would you? Would you like to come to the movie with me? With me? So that's the first type, to express your wish. And the second one is to indicate refusal. The first one, what did we see? The first we saw, would is used to express a wish. Okay? And the second category we have, it is used to indicate refusal. Refusal as, you see the sentence. So the first category, to express a wish. Second, to indicate refusal. All right? Now let's look at the sentence. The car wouldn't start. Huh? The car would not start. The car wouldn't. The car wouldn't start. The car refused to start. That's it. Okay. Now, wouldn't. She wouldn't answer my question. She wouldn't answer my question. She wouldn't answer. She wouldn't answer, that is, answer to my question. Refuse to answer, that is, she wouldn't answer. She wouldn't answer any question. She wouldn't answer any question. That is, she wouldn't answer to all the questions you put. Okay, so the first is to express a wish, second to indicate refusal. The car wouldn't start. She wouldn't answer any question. Now, third category. Let's see the third one. What the third type is? To express permission. That's the third type. To express. To express determination. To express determination as you see in this sentence. What is it? He would not lie. That is expressing determination. To express determination. Okay? He would not lie. He would not. He would not lie. And the second sentence, it says, he would have his way. 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 The uses of would. Would is the past of will. The three types of usage of would, that is to express a wish as I would like to see that book. Would you like to come to the movie with me? In the second category, to indicate refusal, the car would not start. She would not answer any question. And the third, to express determination. He would not lie. He would have his way. Now we have four more uses of would. The fourth use of would is to express willingness in the past. That's the fourth one. Fourth use of would is to express willingness. To express willingness in the past. In the past. As, let's look at the sentence. So the fourth category is to express willingness in the past. Okay, let's look at the sentence I have here for you. First one is, she said that she would help me. She said that. She said that she would help me. That she would. She said that she would help me. To express willingness. And the next sentence I have here is, she would, as you had told her to do. She would. She would do as you had. She would do as you had told her to do. You had told her to do. So the fourth type, To express obligation, she said that she would help me. And the second, she would do as you had told her to do. And the fifth type is to in polite speech. The use of would in polite speech. In polite speech. As, let's look at the couple of sentences I have for you. In polite speech. And I have a couple of sentences for you. Would you please lend me your book? Would you please lend me your book? That's the first sentence. Would you? Would you please? Would you please? Would you please lend me your book? Your book? And the second sentence we have, would you mind not smoking here? Would you mind? Would you mind? Would you mind not smoking? Not smoking here? So in being in polite speech, we use would. And then in the sixth type, you have to express past habit. That's the sixth one. Okay? To express past habit. As, let's look at the sentence. Past habit. To express past habit. Now what the sentence we have? She would not. She would sit for hours on her chair. She would. She would sit for hours on her chair. She would. She would. That's the past, expressing the past habit. She would sit for hours on his chair. All right? And then one more sentence we have. After lunch, he would generally take a nap. After lunch. After lunch, he would generally take a nap. Take a nap. That is the sixth category. And finally, we have the seventh type. We have to denote condition or uncertainty. What is the seventh type? To denote condition. To denote condition or uncertainty. As, so what is the last type? to denote condition or uncertainty. All right. Look at the sentence we have here. I would go there if I were asked. I would go there. Uncertainty or condition. I would go there if asked. Go there. I would go there if I were asked. If I were asked. And finally, the last sentence we have is, he wouldn't have done it unless he was told by someone. He wouldn't. He wouldn't have done it he wouldn't have done it. Have done. He wouldn't have done it unless he was told by someone. Unless he was told by someone. So we've got how many categories? There are altogether 7 categories, the uses of would. 3 we have already done it. First, to express a wish, to indicate refusal, to express determination, to express willingness, to impolite speech, to express past habit, to denote condition or uncertainty. So in the 4th time, to express willingness, she said that she would help me. She would do as you told her to do. In polite speech, would you please lend me your book? Would you mind not smoking here? To express past habit, she would sit for hours on his chair. After lunch, he would gently take a nap. To denote condition and uncertainty we have, I would go there if I were asked. He wouldn't have done it unless he was told by someone.